Welcome back to the Knock-On Effect, the rugby show where we say what the pundits won't. Andy Farrell has named his Lions squad and there are some big calls. In today's video, we'll give our thoughts on his selection, discuss the captaincy and answer the question, what's more important, form or experience? Let's get stuck in. So I've just watched the live Lions announcement and I couldn't be any more stoked for the upcoming tour. Lions rugby truly is special and all the players chosen represent the pinnacle of rugby. So kicking things off, Andy Farrell named his captain, Maro Toge. I think we were all expecting this given the Cowan-Dickie injury. I've mixed feelings on this one. Best of a bad bunch, is that too harsh? There isn't really a standout option this year. When they went through some of the previous captains, the Alan Wynne-Joneses, Pollock, Connells, etc., larger than life figures, is Itoje of the same ilk? Undeniably, he is a warrior, but at times he can lack a bit of self-restraint. Regardless, his reaction was pure class, and he seems to really be cherishing the responsibility, so fingers crossed he rises to the occasion. Next up, the full squad announcement. Farrell spoke about choosing the personnel to make his plan work, which I found really interesting. When the team was being announced, it was clear that the biggest cheers from the live audience were for the young, exciting players. I was hoping that there would be a good mix of youth in this squad, and I think we got that. But there were still plenty of names that had me scratching my head. So we'll start with the forwards. The headlines from the forwards is yes, Henry Pollock will be a Lion. What a moment for the young man. He has been electric for Northampton this season, and I'm thrilled to see his hard work pay off. Bringing the likes of Tom Curry and Van der Fleer will undoubtedly give him vital learning experience as well. The front row is a real area of strength. From Porter and Genge to Sheehan and Kelleher, all the way to Stewart and Fagerson, there is real elite talent across the front three. As for the second row, I think it's a little light if I'm being honest. Realistically, Itoje and Beirne will play the most minutes, while Joe McCarthy packs a big punch coming off the bench. As for the back row, I can't wait to see the combination Farrell will pick. Conan has seriously flourished this year. Van der Fleer has a wealth of experience, Pollock is a bundle of energy, Curry's no pushover, and Earl is a big physical ball carrier. The player bar none though that I'm most happy to see selected is Jack Morgan. I think he's done a phenomenal job of leading from the front for Wales and Ospreys during a difficult time, which speaks volumes about his character. There were two players that stood out to me though, where I can't help but feel like they've been selected based off of past form, and they are Tadhg Furlong and James Ryan. Furlong is an elite tight head, there's no questioning that, but given his recent injury concerns and slow return to form, I struggle to justify his inclusion. As for Ryan, he struggles to get in Leinster's best 15, not to mind the Lions. They were two inclusions that just didn't sit right with me. As for the backs, here are the headlines. Finn Smith, Tommy Freeman and Alex Mitchell make up the Northampton contingent going on tour. Finn Russell will travel as the most experienced 10, while Farrell overlooks Sam Prendergast and Robbie Henshaw. Jamison Gibson Park would be my pick to beat Alex Mitchell and Thomas Williams for the 9 jersey. I'm thrilled to see Finn Smith in there. I think he's thoroughly earned it. Likewise, it's great to see Mac Hansen included. Not that I necessarily think he's the person I would have chosen, but he's just such a character. I can't imagine the trouble he'd get up to on tour. There's two clear combinations in the centres between Ireland and Scotland, with Tui Pilatu and Hugh Jones and Bundy Aki and Gary Ringrose, which makes perfect sense. Kinghorn and Keenan will battle it out for the 15 jersey, as will all the wingers. But there's one player in the backs that just screams that he was chosen based off of reputation and not form, and that's Marcus Smith. How can you justify bringing him? He's versatile, sure, but he's the third best out half and the third best fullback. Between Russell, Smith, Kinghorn and Keenan, where does he play? How can you justify bringing an out half that has just lost 62-0 in the Champions Cup? Really don't understand that one. As for the players' reactions, it was great to hear that Tui Pilatu says that he's a week or so away from full fitness. The Ben Earl's up the nose interview was slightly unnerving. Hugh Jones doing the alphabet, as he was waiting for his name to be called out. Mac Hansen had Bundyaki minding the kids. Thomas Williams' emotion sums up the honour and privilege that it is to be selected. All in all, I thought the broadcast in total was handled brilliantly and really represented our sport excellently. Which brings us to the question, what is more important, form or experience? It's something that as an Ireland fan I've struggled with for years. I don't think we do a good enough job in celebrating the young talents coming through. All too often are their squads chosen where the prestige of the player, the name on the back of the jersey, is 90% of the reason why they are selected. To answer the question, I think you need a certain amount of both. Proven leaders and young talent. That being said, this Lions squad has a good mix of both. There is certainly a few more experienced heads going on this tour, but what I love is that there's just as many young guns ready to rip the jersey off their backs. A real wolf den. Whoever performs the best plays. Is that how Farrell's going to select his team? Let us know who you'd start for the first test in the comments. And as always, cheers for watching. Catch you at the next one.